Hi, my name is Frieda and I'm here today to show you how to make yogurt in an Instant Pot. The reason I got this pressure cooker is because it has a yogurt function and it does not use pressure when you make yogurt. Now some of you might have researched and found lots of methods or recipes for making yogurt, and reading a lot can be intimidating and confusing. And I'm here today to show you how simple and straightforward it can be to make yogurt in your Instant Pot. It takes 2 ingredients, yogurt and milk. I like to keep everything fresh when I start to ensure that I have a successful batch of yogurt. The first thing you want to do is have all of your equipment clean and ready to use. Your Instant Pot liner is clean and all of your utensils. I have a digital thermometer, a whisk, a ladle, a cup, and a tablespoon measure. I want to put 8 cups of milk directly into the liner. After I put 8 cups of milk directly into my liner, I want to put the lid on, make sure the sealing ring is in. Turn the vent to sealing. Push the yogurt button once, and then the adjust button once. What you will see on your display are the words boil and more. This is really truly not a boiling of your milk, but it's more of a scalding and trying to get the temperature up to 180 degrees. This will take approximately 25 to 30 minutes. Milk to be heated, it's a good idea to bring your yogurt to room temperature. I like to use a fresh batch of plain yogurt and just put 1 tablespoon into a cup. And by the time your milk is finished boiling, your yogurt will be ready to use. Instant Pot has beeped after about 25 minutes, so I'm going to check and see what the temperature is. Get my instant read thermometer out here. Check, it says 185, 87. Now 180 degrees is the optimal temperature you want for a thick Greek style yogurt, but anything above 160 will still yield you a fantastic yogurt. Now the next step is I'm going to get ready for an ice bath. Okay, I've checked my temperature of my milk, and then the next thing I want to do is see if there's any skin on the top of the milk and remove it. The only reason I remove the skin is to make sure I have a very smooth, creamy yogurt. Okay, the next thing I want to do is remove the hot milk and put it in an ice water bath. I heated milk into what I call an ice bath to bring the temperature of the heated milk to a comfortable 110 to 115 degrees. Since the outside of the pot is going to be really, really cold and the inside is going to be hot, you want to stir it to make sure you have no hot spots in your milk. The other thing you want to be careful about is not to scrape the bottom of the pot, because there is a little bit of scalded milk on the bottom of the liner, and if you scrape these little bits up, you might have a gritty or grainy tasting yogurt. So just keep stirring continuously for about 5 minutes and check your temperature every couple of minutes. Okay, it's been about 5 minutes and you can see most of my ice is dissolved and I'm still stirring. I'm going to check the temperature of my milk, and right now it is registering about 110 degrees, and that is perfect. Check it in a couple of different spots, make sure you have no hot spots. Checking again, about 109.7. That's good. What we're going to do next is take the pot out of the ice bath. And we are going to temper our yogurt, which simply means taking some of the cooled down milk with a ladle, pouring it into a cup, and whisking it smooth. You want to make sure you have no lumps in this mixture. Perfectly smooth, no lumps. Now this brings the temperature of your yogurt to the temperature of your milk. And stir that in. Remember, don't scrape the bottom of your pot. Stir it completely in. And that's all it takes. For the next step, you want to make sure that all of that ice water is dry off of your pot and put it inside your pressure cooker. Take your lid, put it on. Make sure it's on sealing. Now for this part, you can use a glass lid if you prefer. But I like to keep using this for my recipe for yogurt. The next step you want to do is just push the yogurt button once, and your display will say 8:00 and normal. If you want, this is for 8 hours of yogurt. If you want to extend it for 10 hours, see I made a mistake there. So if you make a mistake, you just hit keep warm cancel, which is off. Start over again. Yogurt, normal, 8 hours, and then the plus sign to increase your time, or the minus sign to decrease your time. I like to do it for 10 hours. Your display will start counting up the number of minutes and hours that you have pre-selected. And when it is finished, it will say YOGT and turn off. It will not stay in the keep warm function. I like to start my yogurt making process about 45 minutes before I go to bed. This allows me to heat up the milk, cool it down, add my starter, and put this yogurt to bed. Good night starters, good night air, good night noises everywhere. Leave this undisturbed. I am now ready to start draining my yogurt. The yogurt cycle has just completed. It says YOGT, and that means it is finished. I like to strain my yogurt because I like it really thick. So what I have done here is I've gotten 3 coffee filters. 2 of them I've cut in half and taped them onto the sides of my strainer. And 1 large one right in the middle. It's over one of my salad bowls. And we're going to take a peek at this yogurt and see how it looks. Okay, let's take a look and see what we have. That looks great. It looks nice and thick. Okay, now you've got a couple of options here at this point. You can take your yogurt that's been cultured and put it straight into the fridge and have it just as is. You might think it's really thick to begin with, but there is a lot of whey in this yogurt. This is made from 2% milk. And even though it looks thick, once you stir it, it will start thinning down. This might be really good for someone who prefers a thinner style yogurt or more of a drinkable style yogurt. So that's one option. Stick it straight in the fridge and have it just like it is. Another option might be to strain it. Now, if you have cheesecloth, butter muslin, mesh bag, clean t-shirt, kitchen linen, dish towel, you will want to chill this completely and thoroughly in your fridge prior to straining. I choose to use coffee filters. Coffee filters do not let any milk solids through, and it also allows me to strain it right away. Here, I just pour it straight into here. You can see how nicely it pours in there. And you can also see a little bit of the milk solids that have stuck to the bottom of the pan. This is why we do not scrape the bottom while we're stirring. I cover this and I put it into the refrigerator and strain it for about 2 hours or until I get about 3 cups of whey. See you in a few hours. Okay, I decided to let this strain completely, which is several hours in the fridge, so you can see how much whey is coming out of the yogurt. The most I've ever seen it come out is 4 cups, which is usually an overnight strain. So I took my lid off, and you can see my yogurt is nicely thickened, and it's very simple to pull it out. Just let it fall out and pull back the coffee filters. Simple, simple, simple. You see, we have a very nice thick yogurt that you can use as a substitute for sour cream or for mayonnaise in your recipes. Now, I normally don't like to eat it this thick, so I'm going to put some of the whey back in. But I'm going to first measure how much whey, and it should be about 4 cups. Coffee filters do a great job in straining yogurt because it doesn't let any milk solids come through. And I do have exactly 4 cups. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put about 1 cup back in so I can use it as an eating style yogurt. So here we go, there's about 1 cup. And then just use a whisk to stir it in. Now that my whey has been put back in and stirred in, I have what our family calls a perfect thick yogurt for eating. It's right here. Next, we add 1/4 cup of sugar or any kind of sweetener that you want, whether it be honey, stevia, or other sugar or sweetener, and then just a teaspoon of vanilla. Makes a great vanilla Greek style yogurt. After my yogurt has the sugar and vanilla I put in, I like to put it in these 8-ounce jelly jars. Just enough space at the top to put in your mix-ins. My family likes to just grab these out of the refrigerator and put anything they want on top, such as granola, mixed fruit, dried fruit, jam, any kind of drink mix, whether it's Crystal Light or a whey protein powder or chocolate powder drink mix, strawberry powder drink mix. The options are endless. There's very little hands-on time in making yogurt in your Instant Pot. It only takes about 10 to 12 hours from start to finish using my method with the coffee filters. And you can have this yummy, thick, delicious yogurt that your family will love. Smooth, creamy, with just the right amount of tang. The longer you let it incubate in your Instant Pot, the tangier your yogurt will be. I hope you give making yogurt in your Instant Pot a try. It is really that simple. Have a great day. Wondering what to do with your leftover whey? Don't throw it out. There are many, many uses for using your leftover whey. You can feed it to your pets, you can water your plants, you can use it in making your homemade bread, you can use it in your biscuits, you can use it in cooking. There are so many uses, so don't throw it out.